What was something spine-chilling a parent said to you? My dad's last gift to me was his beloved Mustang, but when I finally got it, all I felt was emptiness. He was never the emotional type. Vietnam vet, blue collar through and through. When I was 16, he lost his job at the mill. 3 months of unpaid bills piled up on the kitchen counter. Mom picked up double shifts at the hospital. Dad, though, he just stopped. I'd find him sitting in his cherry red 67 Mustang at 3 a.m., not even listening to the radio, just staring. That car was everything to him. Bought it with his army bonus. Only thing that ever made sense to me, he'd say while polishing the hood every Sunday, even in the dead of winter. One night, I heard the engine rev around midnight, peered through the blinds. He was backing out of the driveway. Strange. Next morning, the car was back, but his eyes were bloodshot. It happened again the next night, and the next. 5 nights straight. Then Mom cornered me after school. He's not sleeping, she said, her voice cracked. Just keep an eye on him, okay? That night, I followed him, took my bike, stayed 2 blocks behind those glowing red taillights. He drove to the bad part of town, parked behind some sketchy warehouse. I hid behind a dumpster, heart pounding. Watched as he popped the trunk. Inside were brown paper packages. He handed them off to a guy in a leather jacket. Money changed hands. My brain short-circuited. Was my straight-laced, ex-military dad dealing drugs? I pedaled home like my life depended on it. Couldn't sleep, couldn't look him in the eye the next morning. 2 nights later, he caught me in the garage, staring at the Mustang's trunk. Something you want to ask me? His voice was flat. What's in the packages? I asked. He went pale. You followed me, not a question. Are you dealing drugs? I blurted. My voice cracked. He laughed, but it was hollow, unfamiliar. Jesus Christ, kid. Then he popped the trunk. Inside, stacks of old books, first editions, his grandfather's collection. I'm selling them off, 50 years of collecting. His voice was steady, but his hands trembled. The car's next. But why? Your college fund is gone. He cut me off. Invested it all in the mill's stock, worthless now. Then he slammed the trunk shut. Don't tell your mother. That night I heard them fighting. Plates smashed, Mom yelling, we agreed, no secrets. Dad shouted, trust me, one last time. Next morning, both the car and my dad were gone. Just a note, back in a week. Mom broke, called the cops, filed a missing persons report, 7 days of hell. On day 8, Dad walked through the door, face bruised, knuckles raw. He dropped an envelope on the table, $43,000 in cash. Enough for my first year at state. Where's the car? I asked. Gone, he said, just like that, no explanation. And we never talked about it again. I started college that fall, called home every Sunday. Dad never got on the phone, just passed it to Mom. Then, sophomore year, 2 FBI agents showed up at my dorm. They had questions about Dad, about the Mustang, showed me photos of the guy from the warehouse, now in handcuffs. Dad had sold the car to a chop shop tied to a drug ring. They used the VIN to forge docs and run product across state lines. Your father had to know, one agent said. I dropped everything, drove home, found Dad sitting in the garage on an overturned bucket, right where the Mustang used to be. They came to see me, I said. He nodded. I knew when I sold it, just hoped they'd never trace it back. You knowingly sold your car to criminals? I sold my car to protect my family, he said, eyes locked on mine. Sometimes being a father means making impossible choices. That night he had a stroke. At the hospital, barely conscious, he gripped my hand and whispered, promise me you'll never sacrifice your soul for someone else. Not even your kids. The price is too high. Those were his last words. At the funeral, a man in a dark suit approached me. Your father saved my life in Nam, he said. Pulled me from a burning chopper. Then he handed me a key. Your dad made me promise to give you this if anything ever happened to him. The storage unit was across town. Under a tarp sat the Mustang, fully restored, pristine. Inside the glove box was a letter. I couldn't sell it. Took other roads instead. Dirtier ones. If you're reading this, I paid the price. Don't make my mistakes. Some things should stay pure. I drive that car now, but every time I turn the key, I hear his voice again. Some prices are too high to pay, even for the people you love.